Put the red light on. We are live.
Nuh-uh.
Correct.
We are on the air.
Cover your ears, because here comes the fake time friends.
What's up, brother?
How's it going,
And
fellas?
we're here with St. Bernard of Second and Grant, and we're going to tell all you guys some great, wonderful stories, some show stories, and go ahead, tell them why you are called St. Bernard. Get the elephant out of the room, out of the way that's in the room already.
All right. Well, so long story short, Astro, the trip to it was a cluster, for lack of a better term. So I showed up to the airport probably 45 minutes late. My dumbass read the time wrong, and I was like, man, I'm gonna miss my flight. So I'm sitting in security about 5 minutes from the gate, and the dude's like, bro, you ain't flying out, bro. You're gonna miss it. So I'm like, fuck this. I see the gate. I'm jogging down, hustling. They're like, dude, the plane bounced 5 minutes ago. You're fucked. So I'm like, all right, that's the way to start it. Call the wife. I'm like, what do you think about using the credit card? I got to get a ticket out there. I can't fucking push it out another day. She's like, do whatever you want. So I said, well, I guess I got credit. So fucking threw an $800 ticket on it, jumped on a plane in about 2 hours and showed up. I think we rolled in about 3:30. So I met up with the homie Scotty V. He was waiting for me. I clicked up with him. We were kind of smoking, chilling and all that. And we walked up. He's like, hey, dude, you want to go check out Zool and the trivia? I was like, yeah, dude, hell yeah, let's go check that out. So, I was hype as hell just to be there, honestly, because I thought I was going to miss the whole thing. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. We're out there chilling, laughing, having a good old time. We showed up about halfway through, so I wasn't listening to the rules, the regulations, any of that stuff. And I don't remember if it was Lee or Joe, but they were asking, so what kind of dog was what kind of dog was Cujo? Me just talking to Scotty, being a little baked. I just turned around and I go, Saint Bernard, just yelling it like a big old goon. I didn't have this face on. I had that Jewel custom, that one off, the real skin looking one. So, and me, I'm not a small dude. Me and Scotty standing in the back, and I just yell it out like a big old goon, Saint Bernard. And then so Lee stopped in the middle, and he's like, who the fuck are you? Are you an idiot? Don't you fucking know how this works? You're supposed to write it down, dipshit.
He
Then
said,
Joe
who's that
started
Olympian of
clapping
a
on me.
man?
Like, dude, who the fuck is this random guy yelling shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you retarded? So I was like, damn, dude, I'm getting roasted in front of everybody. And I was like, fuck it, dude. That's how it goes. Like, it's better than fucking, like, could you ask for a better fucking start the day off? So then I rolled up to after they did the Zool trivia and all that, and they come over and everybody's kind of chatting with them, taking pictures, all that. And I walk up and I'm all Saint Bernard, and they're like, you motherfucker. They're like, Jesus Christ. So I'm like, dude, I didn't mean to fuck up your shit. And they're like, no, we're just busting balls. It's all good. And they're like, I said something to Bill about I've been wanting a Zool nickname, and he goes, there you go, dude. He goes, that's how they happen. He goes, you don't choose them, they fucking choose you. So of course, dude, I had to roll with it, like just running around yelling Saint Bernard like a goon. Well, and then to top it off, old neck pisser comes up to me that next day. Bootleg was there, fucking fake was there. And he goes, man, I just want to meet that Saint Bernard guy. Tell me that. And I was all, well, motherfucker, you just did. So,
oh yeah.
And that was the Tree Zooligans. We were hanging out trying to get some shade. It was hot as a motherfucker out there. I don't know.
At one point, Lee referred to you. He said, who was that Olympian of a man screaming St. Bernard up?
Yes.
Olympian of a man.
He's all, you big old motherfucker, you could probably palm somebody's head. And I was like, nah, I wouldn't. He goes, I know you wouldn't. You're a nice cat. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm a big old teddy bear, dude. I'm a big cat, but I just want everybody to have fun. You know that, dude. I mean, fucking Fake knows that. He's known me longer than anybody in the alley. So
just like a St. Bernard, they're big.
Yeah,
but they're nice.
Yeah, I'm big. I'm cutty. I'm a protector. I'll fuck shit up if I got to. That's not my default. You know me, dude. You saw me at Astro that night. I'm just looking to have fun, dude. I want everybody to gig and have a good time.
Right. Anyone that can wear a mask for 26 hours straight without getting mad.
It was pretty close, yeah, dude. Well, see, and that was a funny thing. I knew Astro was going to be off the chain to begin with because I drove to Denver. It's about 3.5 hours to the airport, so I'm heading up there, and I tell myself. And there's this face too. I go, dude, if you're gonna be legit and wear a face, you gotta wear it for, dude. Yeah, like I've worn it for 2 minutes to take a picture and take it off. So I was like, kind of commitment you got. So I threw that motherfucker on and put my sunglasses on and drove down the interstate, dude. just like looking at people as I drove by, and some people just like, what the fuck is he doing? Cruising along. Well, even the airport, dude, I had 4 faces hanging off my backpack looking like human flesh and shit. The TSA was looking at me like, who the fuck is this serial killer?
They're testing it for DNA. Where'd this come from?
I'm surprised. I tried to swab it. Is that real? One dude was like, damn, those are dope. I was like, thanks, man. I think so too.
Oh yeah. I remember they were hanging right off your strap, right on it. Like, that's what I'm about.
Oh yeah, dude. I put them on, and I put one on in the airplane and took a picture and shit. I was like, dude, I might as well, man. I hadn't traveled on my own on a trip like that since the gathering that we kicked in 07. That's the last time a big festival, like that's why I'm so hyped for camp this year. After missing camp last go around, I'm like, dude, it's camp or bust, dude. I'm trying not to put too much expectation on it, but at the same time, I'm like, this is going to be crazy dope, dude. I already know it. Like, no matter what happens, it's going to be dope. So
right, without our fresh clique of people, last camp would have been so stale. It was cold, bro, but you could hover around a burning barrel with your homies and be all right. It was dope.
Yep.
This year it's gonna be dope as fuck. That's why people are like, where's the hotel? Like, I don't think anyone's gonna want to go to a hotel. It's gonna be so nice. Maybe in the morning to wash up.
Yep. See, and I copped a room for those days just in case. I'm like, dude, if I crash out in some random chick's tent, then fucking cool. Like, I don't know where we're going with that. So, like, I mean, again, I'm not trying to set expectations, but, like, if nothing else, I got to fall back. I can go crash and take a power nap, and then freaking we get back to it. But, yeah, I'm planning on it's going to be rocking like Astro on steroids,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, it's like you've been to the gathering. You've been to Astro. Dude, this is like, it's a different level, It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like the same pace as the old gathering, but cooler people.
A lot less buttholes and whatnot.
Yeah, it's like a family reunion, man. Yeah, a lot less buttholes. You don't got to listen to that bullshit, dude. The only butthole you see is fucking bootleg, man.
Hey! I'm trying to figure out why I can't see any comments. Maybe nobody's made any yet. That's probably the problem.
I see one that says camp.
Camp.
I'm more infamous than famous, so
hey, it's better. It's better than nothing.
Oh yeah, we do have a comment. Good, the comments are working. I was just a little confused. I was just trying to figure things out. Remember, this is new. This is only night 2 that we've used this. Well, night 3 counting the test night. But yeah, we're still getting used to the bugs.
And it's a little later, but we accommodate to our homies.
I appreciate it.
So tell us, how did you guys meet?
The gathering, brother.
Yeah. So, not to cut you off, homeboy, but so this homie Aaron, I met him fucking probably in 05. I think I ran into him at a Twisted show because he's from North Colorado. So I ran into him, just started chopping it up and fucking seeing what's up. So I told him, actually it was 06. So I told him before the 06 gathering, like, hey, dude, I'm going out with some homies from Detroit, but hit me up. I'll be around, So then I ended up hitting him up the last day. I didn't even meet you guys because he was fucking roaming around on his own. So he was like, next year, bro, you got to come with fucking Second and Grant cats. He's like, Zog and Hostile, they're cool ass cats. They're a lot like us. They're just fucking real good people. So we're going to have to gig it up. So 07 gathering comes around, and me and Aaron and his other homie flew out to St. Louis, copped a rental car and drove out to, it was Hog Rock. So it was Illinois, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Yeah. The bushes in Illinois, hot as fuck, dude. You get like 2 hours of sleep because it was 100 degrees by fucking 8:30 in the morning, dude. Sleeping in that Pontiac Grand Prix that your ex-old lady clipped, remember?
Oh, yeah.
When you're moving cars, she fucking clipped it with your ride. And I was like, fuck it, it's a rental, dude. It's all good.
I was bugging.
Dude, we had such a dope-ass camp at that gathering, dude. It was me, you, Jimmy James, your brother, fucking... There's so many cool-ass people, dude. And that was an experience, dude. That was the dopest get. It wasn't as good as Nelson Ledges as far as the campground setup, because Nelson Ledges to me is still the dopest. I haven't been to all the places, but the way Nelson Ledges was set up and you could just mob through everybody's site and through random trees and shit, dude, that was so dope. just
Fuck
stumble
yeah.
into whoever and start hanging out, dude. But
And there's more
I don't know, dude,
shade.
the 07 gathering, we kicked it there, and then me and him always tell this, we're old school enough that we were on MySpace. So me and Fake were hitting each other back and forth on MySpace, talking like not even instant message, but like posting on a wall, like, hey homie, how you been? Fucking let's twist one next time we see each other, shit like that. But this was 07, so flash forward, fucking 14 years. So Fake was the reason I got into the alley, honestly, because he was the one like, hey bro, he got me put on to Zool because I heard about him, and dude, and I'll be straight up, and everybody gives me the kind of crunchy face when I say it, but when I heard Axe's Family, I wasn't sold, dude. Like, it's still not my favorite song. I like it, and I'm gonna catch hate, I'm sure. But I even told Bill that. I go, dude, I know it's unpopular, but when I first heard it, something about the beat, it was kind of off cadence, and I was like, they're all right, dude. And then somehow I played that CD and I heard Forever Face, and then fucking here we go, down the rabbit hole after that. But anyway, I digress. But me and Fake,
I like that song better too myself. I like Axe's Family as a video because it tells a great story about him and it gets a great introduction. But so is Trunk, and Trunk's a better song, I think. Just my opinion.
No, yeah. Well, and if nothing else, for the head nod factor. I mean, it ain't going for the pop, but that beat catches you like that. And I'm a beat head, dude. If the beat don't grab my attention, or if it instantly is like, oh, it has a nasty old drum, like that Metallica Saint Anger, dude. That snare drum killed it, bro. That album would have been all right until that's a dumbass snare drum. Like shit like that just throws me off, dude. But
so we got some homies in the chat. We've got Jono Simpson. He's up in the chat. I can see them all on Facebook. I got my other phone out, sitting here looking through my profile. I got my live up so I can keep up with this thing. We got Jono Simpson in the chat. We got Scotty motherfucking B up in the chat. And I do believe I did see nope, that's the only two people, I guess. We're real popular tonight, guys.
You had to have known when they said me. Most of these people are like, that fucking guy that posts a picture every day of a random face. What the fuck? Even Drew was like, you got a lot of time to take selfies or what? I'm like, well, dude, I work a few days. My old lady's bouncing, so I got some spare time. So what are you gonna do?
That's right. You gotta post the goods where you can get them. All the ladies look for the Saint Bernard.
Well, that's it. If nothing else, if I find a chick that's down with this, then the possibilities are endless.
Right. Hey, as long as you're happy in the end of the day, brother, that's all that matters to us.
And you guys, like, I don't want to get on a soapbox, but the alley has been one of the most changing, influential forces in my life. I'll be 40 in September, and like facts, dude. Like in the last year, I've had a lot of problems with some substances and things, and people in the alley, and all this shit through breaking my leg and all that. The people in the alley have kept me going, I mean, I got family. No, I'm not hating on my family, but like the connection I feel with a lot of you cats, like, I mean, Fake was the only one I knew. Like Scotty V, I just met him out of nowhere. There's a lot of these people that I talk to that I've never met that are just fucking legit people, dude. Like they ain't bullshitting. They ain't just giving you lip service. They're just fucking cool ass people. Like old school jugglers. We've had.
Remember when I first told you about the alley? When I first told you about the alley, it was like being a juggalo again, like finding it again, man.
Well, dude, even TNT is like, it's like the old school days when I used to buy calling cards to call the ICP hotline, and
that's what I said.
Shout your name, like, dude, they're gonna say it the next one, bro. You gotta listen. They're gonna shout you out, and then you call, and the mailbox is full. You're like, fuck, I gotta call them tomorrow, dude.
Right? Remember at the end of Dark Lotus. With all the people that would call it, that's like the new age TNT with the super chats and shit. Like, come on, dude, I love it. It's like it's repeating itself.
Yep. Well, and I think the alley and a lot of this stuff, all of us are like-minded individuals, and I'm not just talking about Zool, but like your personal beliefs on things and like how you treat people and fucking what kind of a person you are outside of the mask and the music and all that shit, like this is fucking legit, bro. Like I was talking to you guys during the Astro show and getting fucking tears in my eyes about this shit, dude. Right. I mean,
look at me, you and Carney with like Stu Bangas. We been on the same tip, and then you can be like, bro, Pantera, all that. You know, it's like it's not just Zool.
Well, and again, a lot of it's just similar ideas and similar values and shit like that. You know, I mean, values and fucking and good beliefs and belief in one another is kind of shit that's fucking fading away in this day and age. You know what I mean? Especially through the last few years of COVID and all that. Everybody's out for me and nobody wants to help out another. And nobody wants to. I mean, even the alley, you see how much it's almost over the top, but how much love you get from people, dude. You throw a fucking picture and people are like, "That's dope, dude," or "Hell yeah, that's tight," or you know, like just for the sake of building everybody up, dude. I'd rather see that than see people be dicks, you know, like
Right.
it just fucking it makes me happy to see that there's still some good legit people, dude, that care about one another.
Yep, Scotty V is right. Magic is with the Zooligans. We got Drew McHam in the chat and fucking Killa, Steve, and Donnelly up in this piece. What up, dog? Glad you could fucking come in here, Killa. Join us. Hey, man, that is, I mean, hands down, I just walked right up and was like, me and Neck Piss are looking for people to smoke with at Astro. And you guys were so fucking cool. Like, oh, man, it's that bootleg dipshit motherfucking guy. Holy shit, because I had my mask off at first. And when I put it on, you guys realized who I was. It's like, oh, damn. Yeah, that was the day I was running around with them. And Whipstick gave me that mask, that pink mask that I got. It's actually right here.
That was at the very end of it. I was there for that.
Yeah, this motherfucker right here.
Well, see, and Fake showed up the fucking late or early morning after the first night. So me and him were fucking, wasn't it? We were hanging out with fucking Chuck Reeves and fucking a couple other cats just at like 3 a.m. And was that the night that fucking security guard was talking about putting cuffs on a chick?
Yeah, dude, he was being all wild.
Them chicks.
It was wild, dude. Yeah, this shit was crazy.
So I hear you guys were at the same gathering as me.
Yeah, what gathering did you go to?
I went to
I was at 02,
05, and 07.
What one
I'd like
were
to go
you
back,
at?
but
I was at 02 where they had the pepper spray incident.
yeah. Dude, and they almost closed it down, bro, and they were whipping batteries and change at fucking Madman Pondo and spitting, dude. Remember that shit? He goes, fuck you guys. And I swear to God, threw a 5-gallon bucket of spit, dude, and it was just raining down on him. It was fucking disgusting. I was like, oh my God. And he like fucking wiped it on his face and licked it. I was like, God damn, he's a heel, dude. Fucking Pondo, he took it like a champ, too. That was a dope gathering. Well, and I'd never been to one, dude, and it was that convention center style. Like they schooled the shit out of that, dude. And I ended up getting, I think I got the ICP night down in the fucking pit area. So me and the homie pushed like close to the front. And we ended up fucking rocking most of it. I can't even remember
you got
played
the
that
square?
night. No, and that's right. I had the twisted. I had the triangle. It was the second night.
Yeah,
I
mine's a circle. I got a triangle too.
Oh, it was Bubba Sparks and Twisted, big ones.
We booed Bubba Sparks off the stage. He came out late and we booed him off.
Yeah, he came out like fucking 30 minutes late and was like, dude, you know the Juggalos aren't like super sold on him anyway, dude. When they announced him, I was like, really?
Remember he said, fuck D12 and threw the mic down the left stage? Or,
yeah,
no, he said,
yeah, that was funny, dude.
He said D12, fuck you, D12, and threw the mic down.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but come on, man. There was like 10,000.
Did you see when Andrew
came and saved the day?
Did you see when Andrew WK came to the gathering?
Nuh-uh.
He lasted like 45 seconds.
It's like a tequila status.
Oh, she lasted longer than him, really.
Hey, bootlegger.
I was on the floor that first night for Dark Lotus where they had the stage look like a cemetery and shit.
That was the one where Monoxide got hit in the face with the mag light. Some dude threw, and you know Cripple, right? St. Bernard? Our boy Crip. He's got one Cripple Severs. He's from Colorado.
I might. It sounds familiar.
Well, that's the homeboy, second to Grant all day, but he's got a video. Someone took a mag light from way, probably 300 yards back, took that shit and heaved it to the stage, hit monoxide right in the fucking face with this fucking mag light. It was like it's incredible and horrible at the same time. It was like so bad. They turned the lights off.
Paul's not a big guy, like fucking Jamie's skinny now too, but Paul's always been little, dude. That had to fucking hurt his tiny.
Yeah, dude. Like, man, imagine that. I was like, whoa. They get too wild sometimes. Just like when Wolfpack. Did you ever see where he would like call the cops?
Nuh-uh.
Because what's his name? Daddy Longlegs or whatever.
Yeah, Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah, so they had those.
Always heel on him. He's a real piece of shit.
They had those 2-man slingshots, and they hit him right in the fucking kisser with a fucking water balloon, man. And so he called the cops. He was like, that guy there, and they were just bombing him so bad, but it had to have hurt.
Oh,
dude, it was a big water balloon right to the face when you're not expecting it. It was.
Well, remember when you blasted those dudes on the hayride?
Yeah.
We did blasted with that big old fucking water balloon launcher, dude. Tagged them. They went by all laughing and shit and fucking, I don't know how far it was. It was a long ways though. You blasted their ass, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck them.
What up, Pretzel? Pretzel in the chat. See popped in. Oh man. Well, I gotta say, how did you? So it was basically you pretty much already answered the question, and you were actually held up and not actually able to make it to camp, and we're sorry that happened to you, man. That's too bad. I saw that ankle and I was like, Jesus Christ, because I've broken an ankle, and that shit hurts, man.
That was more of a shatter.
Well, dude, and
broke everywhere.
I know it sounds creepy, but when it was sideways, when it happened, I really wish I would have taken a picture, because even the other one I showed did not do it justice, because that motherfucker was completely a right angle from my foot or from my leg. So, yeah, dude.
So
I don't know.
They had already tried to straighten it for you, didn't they?
Well, the crazy thing is I got up after I crashed my bike and looked and saw it, and I was like, oh God. And then I didn't even think about what to do. So I rolled over and it flopped straight. It straightened it for me, dude. I was like, oh God.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
So,
whoa.
So
I was actually jumping.
Is it true that every time you say real heels don't turn, you're taking a jab at Jesse at St. Bernard?
Well, real heels aren't supposed to.
Real heels don't turn. Like, geez, man, you gotta.
Man, I never thought of it like that, but hey, it might be.
You drop a 400-pound bike on your leg, and something's got to give. So.
Oh God, that's what happened, huh? I knew you wrecked, but I didn't know the bike rolled on it.
So I came off. I was riding a trail, hit some soft sand, and I came off, and I wasn't super experienced anyway. And I came off and hit like a big patch of pasture grass. I don't know if you guys have that shit where you're at, but I live fucking in the desert. So it's like a big old clump of grass. I hit it. I got airborne. And I think when I got airborne, my ass slid off and my left leg drifted under the wheel. And then the wheel came down and snapped my leg between the ground and the wheel. Because it's a big, like, XR650. So it's like a 450, 500-pound bike. It's like a trail bike for riding. Like, it looks like a dirt bike, but it's meant for like riding mountain trails. It's a big fucking bike, dude.
But so yeah, it was like an instant snap.
Well, you can't put a giant on a little mini bike. Come on.
No, yeah.
The bike was according.
I need to put a for sale sign on is what I need to do, because I have no desire to ever get on a motorcycle again. Fuck that, dude.
Hey, you did better than Joe Black. He broke his shit on a trampoline.
Oh, God, that's got to be tough.
At least you had like a motorbike, you had heavy machinery involved.
Yeah. Maybe it sounds a little more legit. They're like, oh, I broke my leg on a trampoline. Or, oh, I always say, I had a dirt bike accident. Oh, my God. And I'm like, well, even my surgeon was like, this is a pretty nasty break. He's like, so I went in. So I break it. It was like a week from the time I broke it, because it was on Labor Day weekend. So I broke it. I had to sit a week before I saw the surgeon. So it was here dislocated, busted, and all that for a week. So I show up to the surgeon, and he's like, yep, you'll be back tomorrow for surgery. I'll see you in the morning. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess so. So
So
Oh man,
pretty
it's been
much
a
go
fucking
home and get fucked up because you're going to be in a lot of pain for a while.
yeah. It was like, abstain from smoking, and I was like, yeah, right. I'm gonna fucking chief down all I can because it's gonna be a rough one tomorrow. So
Oh
yeah, I don't.
shit!
Not a good time. Not very fun.
Yeah, Jono Simpson says that sounds delicious and that Saint Bernard doesn't belong on a unicycle. Also, Killa says that sounds, I bet that felt pretty. And I don't think it feels pretty when you break an ankle. There's a lot of bones in there.
Yeah, I think it was like 8 fractures or something, 8 or 9. It was like all 3 ankle bones, like 3 or 4 foot bones, like crushed part
All
of
3 ankle. Wait,
yeah, so there's 3 ankle bones and it sheared off the top of all 3. They call it a what do you call it? A trimallear fracture. There's 3 malleolus, that's what they call the ankle bones, and it sheared off the top of all 3.
that sounds
Yeah, dude,
hideous.
there's like 38 screws and 8 plates or something in my leg. He said he wants to take out the plates in my foot, so I might get like 5, 6 screws and a couple plates out, but I think most of it's going to be in there for life.
I would immediately get a boot gun and go through as many metal detectors as possible. Like, man, it's just my ankle. Fuck you.
Did you get a note from the doctor? You're going to set off metal
Right?
detectors.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like, hey,
I don't
38
know.
screws, buddy.
I was going to show him, like, look at these giant scars on my feet. There's metal in there. You can feel the metal on my foot. Like, just
Never mind the Dillinger. Let me go. Fuck you.
exactly. Fucking leave me alone with
that
my
sounds that sounds horrible. I only got 5 in mine and 2 plates, one on each side to hold that shit together. Oh,
yeah.
I got lucky. How many staples did you have? They put 32 in my leg.
See, they didn't staple, they sutured with mine. And my fucking, I don't know how many I had because I have like 4 suture lines, like one across the top of the foot, one on the inner aspect of the foot, one on the inner ankle, and a huge one on the outer foot and ankle. That's where all the hardware is. A lot of it, there's a giant screw and all kinds of plates because it's what they call a comminuted fracture. It's like a crush. So like the outer leg on that side just kind of like somebody grabbed it and fucking crushed it. So there was all bits and pieces. So they had to kind of piece it back together like a jigsaw puzzle. He did a pretty fine job. 5-hour surgery. I'm like, hey, it looks decent. I mean, I didn't have pretty to begin with, so.
And you can get around on it okay, right?
I was actually jogging a little bit today. The range of motion's still a little off. The ankle ain't right, but it's getting there, dude. It's only been 6 months, so I've been working. I work 3, 4, 8-hour shifts a week and do okay with it. So I'm making progress. Got to start saving money for camp, man.
Yeah. Scotty, make sure you watch out for this guy by the pits like you did me at camp so nobody crushes his damn ankle.
That's right. That's
he's a good meat shield. He's one of the best because he'll take care of your ass. And if you go down, he'll help pick you right back up.
Guaranteed.
I've seen it myself.
Oh, we had a good clean pit. You know, Tony Wilbanks and Son, me, fucking Snuff. We were holding it down. People seeing the videos, they're like, it was weak. Like, have you ever moshed in 20-degree weather, you assholes? It's hard.
Not only that, but you got to remember, all of us are in our 30s or older, and that's not easy to do. People don't realize that.
I said at Astronomicon, they need to start giving like ibuprofen in the VIP bags.
Ice pack.
Yeah. Here's some like a Motrin. You'll be all right. In the extra VIP comes with like fucking what is it for your fucking insulin. Here you go, old folks.
Fucking some insulin.
They're gonna have Wilford Brimley. Like
fucking rocking for diabetes.
I'm Wilford Brimley, and I want to come to Astro. Diabetes.
Hey.
Diabetes.
So
he's like that fucking Family Guy where he's like, I hit my wife, and then I realized my wife's dead. Who the hell did I hit?
So what'd you guys think of TNT and the fact that they lied to us. They told us they were going to drop camp news and tickets on the 1st, and they lied to us. I felt so cheated. But no, TNT was awesome, dude. That was fucking legit.
I don't know if I felt cheated. I felt like, okay, they came on here. They got to tease us for a week. That's how the boys always are. You got to remember that hands down, they're the masters. The masters of giving us that little itty bitty taste that Bill wants us to have. And then Lee will tease it like, oh, let's just let them know, like an excited little child. And Joe's like, tell him I don't give a fuck. And then the next thing you know, Bill's like, no, I want to let him sit on it for a little bit. And it's like, oh. So I've learned their style. But in time of waiting, patience is a virtue because they're not going to let us down in the long run.
Oh no.
Nothing they do lets us down. You gotta admit that.
Well, that's like me and Scotty were saying. It was such a long layoff, dude. Like, you got some dedicated fucking fans. If after 2 months of nothing, like, dude, that thing was packed. I didn't see numbers, but dude, that was one of the biggest, most popping chat rooms I've seen in a bit, dude. And I mean, I haven't seen every.
Look at the money they made in super chats alone, dude.
Oh God, dude,
they went on forever.
God damn, man.
I wanted to see Snuff's comment like read by that machine. He was like a nuclear strike imminent or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have sounded way creepy. Dude, how about the shampoo? That's my new go-to phrase now, dude. That's fucking gold. I told Scotty, I go, is that when they open it with their vajayjay or what, and then pour you a glass, or I don't know what it is, but it sounds intriguing. It sounds like worth a try at least once.
What is that? What's that mask you have on there, St. Bernard?
This is that OG. I got this one from Hinckley, Tyler Hinckley. I bet I got this one about a year ago. It's on the inside, it's the yellow/white latex. I don't know what era this is. I don't know if this is an M. I think this was like the first pour M&E.
It's almost like this one, right?
Yeah, except for a little more weather. One thing, dude, I try not to hate, but I bought this mask, and that man smoked so many cigarettes in it, dude. Like, the lips were stained yellow and the nose, and it stunk so bad, dude. I was sad, so I wiped the stains with some alcohol and like let it air out for a couple days, and it's good to go now. But I'm like, you can't be smoking cigarettes in those things. What's wrong with you? If you want to smoke cigarettes, slanging faces.
What about the homie with the green horn? Who's that? Duran.
Oh, that's Duran. Yeah, he's another one. Man. Like, man, that's a dope face. Why are you smoking in it, bro? Like, if I bought that,
he smoked like 9 cartons of cigarettes in that thing.
That's what I'm like, dude. How do you afford cigarettes in this day and age, dude? A cheap pack of smokes is like 8.5 or something. You're like, God damn, dude. Start selling your booty.
Like 12, brother.
Oh, goddamn. See, I'm in Colorado, so shit's a little cheaper, but I saw Newport's
smoke, so I'm glad, but Robin.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's expensive habit. Probably not as fun as crack either.
Or nice.
I knew.
Don't get me started.
He's like, cocaine, crack, whatever form, I don't care.
Second and Grant. So, you guys used to camp every year, from what I hear, for so many years in a row at the gathering.
I was there at that one, but
see, that's how Second and Grant started. So I met him in 2007 from Aaron, who I met in 2003. So every year it would be like another homie would bring another homie. Yeah. Who brought another homie. Just like I was telling you the other day, like, you're a tree dweller, bro. You were there. It's like our clique, you know?
Yeah. Well, and that's it, dude. And that's the dope thing about it is, like, it sounds to the average fool like they're like tree dwellers, tree zoolies, whatever. But like, dude, that was a dope memory from Astro, dude. Like that's in my core memories from that trip, you know, like that was dope as hell. Me, you, Drew, and fucking Pat and Bootleg, everybody fucking
Remember
Pizza.
Chetty? Remember Chetty and April
Yeah,
came? But
Chetty
they
and
were
April.
homies from the gathering and
Yep.
Astro that came prior, you know? So that was my whole goal when I made Second to Grant. It's like, it's the meeting point wherever you're at. It don't gotta be, because if you Google Second to Grant, there's nowhere that it intersects ever. It's like our shit.
Yeah. It's fucking, where's it at? It's on our map. It ain't on yours.
That's right. It's wherever we're the fuck at, you know?
That's it. Hell yeah.
I can respect that. That's pretty cool because that's how the stabbing cabin chat. That's how we started out. We were like, all right, let's talk and get to know each other before camp. And those that are going to be at camp will get to know each other. That way, when we meet up, it won't be like weird and awkward. We'll already know what to expect out of each other, right? You know, and we can camp together. But you guys already had this whole concept going a long fucking time ago for several years. So I respect the fuck out of that, dude. That's dope. That's like blood. Blood don't mean nothing sometimes. Blood ain't as thick as fucking, you know, the friends that you choose can be family too.
Oh, for sure.
At camp, Fams and Hooligans, they were telling me, they were talking about Second to Grant, and he was like, I was there once. I was like, where? He was like, at your campsite. I was like, my shit. He was like, yeah, like 2008 or 10 or whatever it was. Like, blew my mind. You know, he knew my shit without, you know, he's just like, you know, but it's like, how the, you know,
that's dope, dude. Well, and I'll be honest, I had no idea that you had this concept of like the foresight to see where we could, you know, the vision of where you wanted to see this, you know. It's dope as hell that it's fucking it's progressing, and you know, it's always got to change. That's how life goes. But you know, we keep on evolving and keep on growing, and you know, like you and Scotty, some of these founders of the alley are fucking clicking up with everybody else. You know, we're all just one big family. You know, again, that's what I fucking go back to. I'm sure there's a few in the alley that I wouldn't jive with, but everybody I've talked to at Astro or that's hit me up out of nowhere on Messenger or whatever, like, hey, dude, that's a dope ass space. Where'd you get that? Or, hey, what do you think about this? Asking me like I know shit, dude. I mean, I'm still fucking fairly new to the whole Zool community in the alley and all that. I've tried to, I pride myself in knowing some history and knowing some things, but I'm still pretty new, you know? I mean, I didn't see Astro was my first Zool show. I had never seen Zool. I had one other chance to see him in Colorado Springs on the Dead and Dirty tour when they came on a Sunday night, and I work about 45 minutes from my house, and then the show was another like 2 hours from my work. 12, and I'm like, I can't cut it, dude. I can't go stand at a show after working 12 hours and be fucking burned out and not enjoy myself. I still kick myself because I'm like, dude, I could have saw Zool, but the way it all worked out, dude, we stumbled down into the pit, and the first thing that comes on is Forever Face, and I look at Drew and his eyes, and my fucking eyes white as dinner plates, and just like that fucking fervor, dude. I was just like, oh my God. And then I kept saying, dude, like after the show, well, and then you tell me, get Drew up. We fucking picked Drew on my shoulders and looked like a goddamn fucking 10 tall Zuli, dude. Station.
And what did we make? We made Station.
Fuck yeah.
You know what Station is, Bootleg?
You ever seen Bill and Ted?
I didn't get into the show. Remember, our tickets were lost.
But do you know what Station is from Bill and Ted?
Oh yeah, Station. You're talking about where they get on each other's shoulders and become one person.
Right. So that's what we did with Drew and St. Bernard. I was like, dude, I was like, we got to take St. Bernard, or we got to take Drew and throw him up on top of St. Bernard. So we did that, and then we were yelling Station. Like, bro, it was dope.
Then I told him that
we did that. We did that with me and Tony Wilbanks did that at camp in honor of you.
Oh yeah, that's fucking dope, dude.
We made fucking Station again with me. It was dope, bro. So I told Drew,
now, dude, at least once during the show, we got to fucking pile up and get a group, dude. This fucking got to be how it is.
I told Drew, I said next camp, I said Jesse's a big motherfucker. I said his ankle better hold up. He's got to hold both of us up.
We got to get some like safety tethers or something so Robin can like balance you from the back and shit,
Right.
you know, topple over.
Bro, it was so
This
dope.
person did squats to get my shit right, dude.
Dude,
When you
camp is
mentioned
gonna
how
be so
people in the
fucking-
alley are all hooking up, right, to like, you know, support each other and help each other out and do their thing, you know, I got to say, man, I want to say a big thank you to Pebs for being on our first thing where we did all this. That was really cool of him, and I appreciate him letting that basement dweller be on that tailgate thing so he could tell people about the show. That was nice
Yeah.
of him. We
Oh, yeah.
we appreciate any push we can get because we're just starting out ourselves. And I'm a new Zooligan. I've only been into it about a year, and I'd say a year and 4 months in, you know, as full on, like I've been listening to it every day, you know, and it's like I can't say that anything else has affected me as much as like if ICP did something like masks back in the day, I would have stuff like that saved up. But unfortunately, they didn't have a way to do that. Everybody just used face paint and did their own thing. But I wasn't the best at painting my face. I was for a while when I practiced a lot, but dude, this right here, this became like a hobby that
It's
I
like
mean, it may
baseball
seem weird to
cards.
some people, but it keeps some of us out of trouble.
It's like the new baseball cards, brother.
Facts.
Yeah. Or the new
Yeah.
Beanie Baby.
I don't like Beanie
Well, and
Babies.
it's like
Get out of here.
it just the dopeness of like so many different variants and so many different like the one-offs like that jewel one I have, like, dude, I lucked out on that. Was I did on so many faces, like that wasn't my first, I think it was like my second, third, but I did on so many. Rick one time his was like fuck and fucking I've been bidding on him forever. Rick put that one up on the alley, and I think it was like the middle of the day. He's like, "Hey, this is a one-off. Didn't want like start." I think honestly, dude, I think I paid like $1.20 for something, $1.30, something stupid that like you know it's
It was
worth more.
dope as fuck,
Right.
by the way.
So, but yeah, I appreciate that. Well, and I pride myself on my few crown jewels, so to speak, and it's just kind of the coolness of like you can embrace it, dude. It's like fucking what Bill's saying, the mask made me do it, devours you whole. Like it just that's it, dude. Like putting this on, just I don't know. People don't get it. Like, and honestly, let's be real. Some of the dopeness about this is that it's not a mainstream thing, dude. It's like old school ICP psychopathic twisted. Like when people knew about it, but you know, it's like I got into ICP. It was like right around Tunnel of Love era. It was post box. It was right before Malenko. I started getting into them because I live in a small town, dude. There's like 5,000 people in my town. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Same here.
I stumbled
Same here.
upon.
I could say that the first full-length album I heard was Riddlebox, but
Yep.
the same person also had Tunnel of Love, fucking Great Malenko, and what was it, Hocus Pocus. Those were like the main albums I remember hearing in this dude's car over and over again. And I kept on asking, like, you know, where the hell do you find this music? Because you really couldn't find it regularly everywhere.
Oh, you had to special order it and shit. And this was back in the day of like hard to get. Like, go to the local record store, fucking tape store, and hope that somebody could order it for you, and you might get it in fucking 2 weeks or 5 weeks or whatever, dude. Like that, and that wasn't quite the tape trading era, but it wasn't far from it. What I mean, because that's how ICP got their boom, was trading tapes and shit. You know, like what was that? The whole story when they threw the dart in the dark and the top started throwing riddle box. You know, like. But the Zool thing just, it's to me, it seems more organic, like to see that they've been doing it for X amount of years and they're still grinding even harder than before. It's still an itch thing I like. I don't want a million Zooligans. If there's a million of them, cool, but you know as well as I do, there wouldn't be a million Zooligans fucking X, you know. That's all these groups are. Eventually there's some people that come in because of its popularity, you know, quote unquote, or because they think Zool thing or whatever. Like, this is our shit, dude. And I mean, not just the Zool, but our community, our family, our group. This is ours, dude. Like, nobody can take this shit and just fucking dope to me, honestly, dude. Every day I'm just like, this is so dope that I have fucking these people I've met because of this group that makes murder music and makes mass, dude. Like, that's how I got into this, just by chance, and it's become a life-changing fucking event in my life, dude.
And like you said, you can make real friends that you can trust. When I went to the drive-in, we had our kids, so we wanted to go, do adult things in the car real quick. And we left our kids in the line, and homies we met from the alley were like, "Yeah, we'll watch them real quick." And I can trust these people to watch my children, And you don't find that anywhere. At camp, and I've said it a million freaking times, like, we lost our sweatshirt, and we're on the way home. We're all salty, I'm getting pissy. You know how I get. The next thing you know, we get a message. We're like, "What's it look like?" And I'm like, a fucking blaze sweater. I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's like, "No, we got it." And then, the Breeses, Molly and Brandon, I believe, right? So they
Robert. I think Brandon's the brother. I think it's Molly. Brandon's the one with the snakes.
Right. All of them. They're all the fucking shit. But anyways, they just ship it back to us. Like, you don't get that anywhere. At the gathering, they will steal your shit. Juggalos will steal your shit. In the Zooligans, I've never got ripped off in the alley. I've never, I've never ever had a deal go sour.
Same. I always pay family and friends, and I've never been ripped off, dude. I just do it on good
Juggalos
faith.
have fucked me over big time. Plenty of Juggalos have fucked me over.
I'm always
and you've been to more gatherings than you've been to camp, because there's only been one camp.
I've been to 12 gatherings, yeah. And nowadays, you don't even dare to leave anything. At camp, you can leave your car unlocked.
Well, you remember that the last year we went in 07, dude. I lost my keys in the car for like 2 days. They were fucking under the seat or something. But we left those down with all of our stuff, and nobody fucked with it at all, dude. And it's not like everybody knew us, but me, you, and your brother rolling around probably set the tone for a lot of that too, dude. I don't think anybody was rolling in that fucking group.
Right. And that's the thing. We don't go around starting trouble. We just make sure trouble don't get started.
Yeah. You're like, was there a problem? No, we're good. That's what I was thinking. Do you remember, to bring up the gathering again, do you remember that me and your brother ate tabs and we jumped on that fucking, it wasn't a Ferris wheel. It was almost like a tilt-a-whirl thing. So we start, and I'm scared of those things to death. I'm a pansy. I don't like rides. They creep me out. So your brother's like, "Dude, let's just fucking do it." And I was like, "All right, bro, let's do it." So we get in it, and Zog was sitting across from me. And every time we'd whip, it'd throw you and you'd feel yourself pull. And I'd look at your brother, dude, and he had this fucking maniacal laugh. It was just like, just cackling. Locked eyes with him. So the whole thing, we're going, and it stops. And the guy goes, "All right, get out." And Zog looks at me and he goes, "Fuck you, we're not getting off." And the guy goes, "Huh?" He goes, "Fuck you, run it again, we're not getting off." And the guy was like, "Okay." And turns it back on and ran it through. Like, how is he gonna fucking take all of us out of there? I don't think so, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Zog's a madman, man. He's a madman.
Yeah, he's fucking.
James Hatcher III says, "My last gathering was 09. Was you guys there? Yeah. You guys have any memories of 09?
I was not. I wish, dude. 07, and then I started having more kids, and fucking life got hectic, and I was not like I said, dude, it was 07 until Astro. That was the first. I went to a few concerts, but I hadn't been to another festival since then.
He hasn't been that far east since then. But yeah, I was there. I was in 09, James. Yep.
Where was 09?
I hit up more shows than I did festivals. See, I went to a lot of Ozfest.
Hog Rock too.
And I went to the Wicked Wonka tour, which had Bone Thugs, Tech Nine, and Cottonmouth. I saw Strange Noise tour with Blaze, Head PE, Cottonmouth, and Tech Nine.
Yeah, dope. I remember that.
And
one.
I saw the Hatchet Rising tour. That was the first time I ever seen ICP. And then I saw the head-to-head tour with them and Head PE. They rolled through East Peoria.
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah, Hatchet Rising was my first ICP type show, and as Lotus and everything, dude. I fucking bought a Dark Lotus jersey.
Oh
and was
God,
like 19. Just fucking.
it was incredible, dude. I was so into them. That was peak fucking fandom for me right then because Dark Lotus just came out. They just did Bizarre, and Freak Show had come out, and Blaze had his first full length album come out, and I was just like, oh my God, who is ABK? And then and then you couldn't wait for his album to drop. Like it was a magical moment, man. That time was a good time.
Knocked out of the park, single one, dude. Everything they did, they touched. I mean, even look at it continued through the family area with Mirror. I remember I saw 2 Mirror shows on that, and I went to In-Store, like that fucking whole like set of 6, 7, 8 years. Because honestly, dude, I saw what was that? It's the Happy Days tour. They had Kitty, they had Necro, they had ICP, and they had Coolio, because that was the same tour that Coolio got the Juggalo tap that was fucking misspelled.
Oh, I was at that show. I remember. I remember. That's the only time I've ever seen Necro live.
Yes, it was dope as fuck. He played Start a Pit, dude, because I'd seen Necro at the Gathering in fucking 07. Because remember, that's when Zog was like, dude, you're too big to not get in the pit. What the fuck are you standing on the side for? Because Necro's all Start a Pit, pussies, or something, fucking Necro,
yeah,
how he
talked. I do remember that.
Yeah, that was dope as fuck, dude. And then after that, because it was probably 3 or 4 months later, Blaze did a Halloween show in South Denver. And I went to that, dude, and I fucking wrecking people in the pit. I was just like, it's on. And I still never forget this. I saw this guy. He was probably 2-3 inches taller than me, fucking big guy. He was soft as shit, though, dude. I watched him. He was like punking all these little kids, dude, like small guys. And I was like, what? So I seen him, so I jump in and fucking slammed into him. I was like, let's go, bro. And he just like tiptoes out and walks away. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Well, that's lame as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't trying to hurt nobody, but let's fucking bounce around a little bit. Dude.
Right.
Like, you can push guys around, run into somebody, dude.
I like some of them smaller shows. I went to the Blaze and ABK. They did that drive-by shock treatment tour or something like that. It was really small. Yeah, they had Mars on it, like the other Mars with the Hannibal mask, that Mars. And and it was dude, it wasn't bad. It was nice because you did still get like down hardcore motherfuckers there that was down to see that shit, but it was nice not having like a flood of, say, 500 people or more fitting into like Pops down in Sauget, Illinois, and then you walk in and they're set up on a side stage by the bar, and then you only got like maybe say 200 people there. It was more intimate setting because you could be up close. Wasn't as crazy, and you could hear and see everything that went on. And I gotta say, magic happens when Blaze is on stage with ABK. Magic happens.
Oh yeah. Oh, they got a good vibe and they play off each other, dude. Well, and you've always seen that in their rhymes and shit too. They always jive together, like almost like Jamie and Paul do, just because. I mean, I know they've known each other for a long time, but it's like they grew up and they fucking homies from way back in the day, because they were always just, back and forth. It always just worked. And I agree, dude. They work well on stage together. They fucking jive good. They get the crowd going. It all works, dude. No hate against Shadow Lavelle, whatever you want to call him, but it just wasn't the same. I went and saw Blaze on, I think it was the Graveyard tour. It was like a fucking 5-city tour, and he played Fort Collins out of nowhere. So I went and saw that, and dude, there was like, I don't know, 100 people, maybe 120. There wasn't very many. It wasn't a big venue, but it was like, dude, and there's no bouncers or anything. Like, I got up on stage and fucking pretended to sea walk and jumped off the stage and shit, and Blaze didn't care, dude. He was just fucking rocking it. And that was when Lavelle was with him. That was when he first put out Bitch Shut Up, that one that was on Psychopathic from Outer Space 2, where you could never find it. I found like a wave file that somebody ripped from the show, but like, that was one of even shit like that, dude. Back in the day, when I remember downloading old Nodis songs and fucking old Esham stuff on like wave files and RARs and stuff
and
like, on an old computer,
dude. I got fucking. I used LimeWire to get the original version of Fuda Dank.
Yes, dude. LimeWire had so much shit. Like, well, and there was shit too, but like that's how I got turned on to Esham. Like, other than hearing Esham with ICP, like I couldn't find his CDs anywhere. And this before the internet, you could buy shit on Amazon and all that. So I just stumbled upon like, oh, this song's dope. Or like Nodus, dude. Like a lot of the Nodus songs, I didn't get the albums until fucking 15 years later. But now I'm like, damn, dude, I was playing Nodus the other day. Like, fuck, dude, I remember listening to all these broken up songs off Do You Believe in God? I didn't even know what the track list was, but they were all dope as shit, you know?
We were
Yeah,
lucky
I
enough.
heard my first House of Crazy songs was off like Bear Share, LimeWire, because I couldn't go up to Detroit and pick up CDs.
Yep. I bought a few off eBay. Had burned like shitty copies of I had Head Trauma. I actually got the copies of Season of the Pumpkin and Outbreed, but I had Head Trauma, and then I had what was it? Not Remixed and Rewind, but Collector's Edition. The one that had all the remixes of like The Mask. It had all the remixes. But there was a shitty ass, because you could tell they pulled it from tape, dude. The quality of them were so terrible, but I was just happy to have it, dude. I was like, dude, Head Trauma, this fucking CD's dope as shit. I still listen to that on a regular basis. I think that or Outbreed's my favorite House of Crazies album, dude. I love Outbreed too, because it's just always stuck with me. But I mean, Season of the Pumpkin's good, but it never grabbed me like Head Trauma did.
Right, it seemed more commercial.
And I know Tom was talking about really loving Season of the Pumpkin. He was right though. He goes, I love the album, but it sounded like it was recorded in a tin can, because it sounds like shit, dude. I'm like, fucking Latin not giving them any money for any production, dude. I just like, it was Brian and fucking Jamie and Paul just figuring shit out on their own, I guess. And that Walt from Latinum was just picking up money and jacking them for everything. So you live, you learn. But
bro,
and then it's like Jay and Shaggy didn't do fucking Jamie and Paul any favors either. So
in the beginning, they did. Then they just stopped. Yeah. Like, meh.
Well, and that whole thing, dude, I don't prescribe to the whole beef thing. Like, I don't hate ICP, but I'll be 100% honest. I haven't listened to their last two albums even once. Like, I might sometime. I just, Zool's pacified me enough. Like, dude, I'll play Necronomicon 2 again. I'll put that bitch on repeat, dude. I'll play that around 4 or 5, 6, 7 times. I don't know, Mausoleum, something, dude.
Honestly, like, I listened to like more. Like, did you get Stu Banga's Death Wish?
I don't know if I got that one. I think I heard a few tracks off it. It was dope. He's always kills it though, dude. His production and his beat making is so just.
What about you?
Boom bap, fucking 80s, 90s hip hop, dude.
You ever heard of Demigod's bootleg? Yes. No. You're missing out there, little boy.
Like self-titled, Apathy. It's East Coast. Apathy's Connecticut. I think self-titled's like Miami, but they're all Army of the Pharaohs. Vinny Paz.
Vinny Paz?
He's like, oh. Vinny Paz.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck is this? But that's what we were talking about earlier.
Did I Mind Tricks?
Yeah.
The hardcore kid?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I know of him. Yeah.
Box
cut. That's the homie. He hangs out at Joe Hardcore's fucking shows all the time, and he loves hardcore music. I like hardcore. I like to mosh to hardcore music. I'm not just into the fucking underground. You might see me swinging my arms like a windmill in a fucking pit somewhere at a hardcore show. You never know. East Coast hardcore for life.
Just because you like circle jerks doesn't make you a punk fan, buddy.
Okay. We'll see. I'll see you at a mud ball or what is it called? A madball show, and I'll tear you down, fake legs. I'll tear you down. Actually, I got a bum ankle. You'll probably kick my ass.
You disclosed your bum heel. You should have never done that.
Yeah.
Real heels don't.
You just got
real heels shouldn't turn because it hurts like hell.
Well, so that's what I was telling somebody. They were talking about like, well, because I used to train Taekwondo. So I did Taekwondo for like 10 years. I don't know, I think I was like 6 months from a second degree black belt. So I was pretty well known for high kicks. Like I'm 6'3" and I was kicking fools in the head. Like that was my go-to. So my buddies were like, dude, can you still kick? I was trying. I was like, not with this ankle, bro. I got to get this right. Like no more high kicks. It's going to kicks at the knees and the groin, dude. I got to keep them low. It's like Tong Po and Kickboxer, dude. Kick that fucking leg. Get him down.
That's right. Kick
All
them.
right, so I have to ask, since we all saw TNT, what'd you guys think of the new format? Also, a couple other things. What do you guys think? The last 5 Skinners got put out, or not Skinners, 1.0s. Sorry, Pebs, 1.0s. Did you guys happen to get one? And what the fuck was Joe watching? Why was he not paying attention to the show? What was so important that he was looking off the distance?
Joe had a screen in his face. That's what Bill said, so he could see. So he was watching that. And,
so his screen is like right in front of him because he can't see what everybody else sees.
Correct. So it was it looked like he was mad. Also, I think he was sick. So I think they were like steering him away from them. So
he's probably upset about that. Like, you guys treat me like a fucking disease here. That's bullshit.
What did you hear what he kept saying? He was in the hospital.
I think he sneezed on himself, didn't he?
No, he blew his
he did say something
through the
mask. Well, he said something about being diabetic, dude, and that don't fucking help any sickness, dude. If you got diabetes, like every sickness you get's magnified, you know. That's what I don't know, man. Hope he gets better and fucking they're ready for camp. I had to get boned out of the den. So I didn't go to the AMB show. I wanted to, but I picked up a shift at work so I could stack some cash for camp. I was like, dude, if Zool's gonna be there, I'll drive 3.5 hours. I like AMB, dude. I really dig Otis. He's a cool, or James, whatever he calls himself now. Fucking, but I wasn't gonna make that trip just for them. I'm like, dude, if Zool's there, I'd have been there, but I had to make an adult decision, I suppose. So
yeah.
And I won't lie, dude. When Rick, they separated, that kind of hurt me too, because I was looking forward to chatting with Rick at the fucking show too. So what are you gonna do? It'll all work out in the long run.
Stabby Carnage is in the chat. What up, Stabby? Killa says he got himself a 1.0. Congratulations, Killa.
I got one, and I also approve of the new format. I think they're got a little more direction, a little more, idea of what they want to do with it. And I think it was funny as hell, dude. Like that. How much would it cost and shit like that? Like, that's dope, dude. The video game talk, all that shit's again, dude. Part of this TNT is that it personalizes. Like, that's what struck me about the boys is I'm not saying they're fucking big, like big mainstream acts, but they're fairly popular. They've grown in the past couple of years in their reach, so to speak, but they're still just fucking down to earth people. And I mean, yeah, I know they're people, but everybody in the music business or in show business has this mystique, or at least to me personally, they have kind of that mystique, like they're above or, but they're really just fucking people. They're Zooligans. They're fucking juggalos. They're dudes that fucking giggle at dumb shit just like I do, like some of the things they say, I just laugh because I'm like, dude, that sounds like something me and the homies would say, dude, like out of nowhere, just to get a giggle,
Fuck yeah.
So I think the format was dope as hell. I think they got it set up good, and I think it worked well. And I don't know, the graphics, everything was dope, dude. Even like the Tuesday Night Terror, like beginning graphic was fresh as hell. And every time they changed topics, they had a different like background with forever faces and shit. It was just dope, dude. I think the whole thing was the long wait. I think part of it was the work they did with Mike Clark on finishing that album or working on the album. But I think some of it was trying to come up with ideas of how to make this even doper, because TNT has been, I mean, look at this, dude. It turned from like those first couple TNTs, they were in like black and white, and it was like Bill and Joe, or all three, but they didn't say much, and it was like maybe 15 minutes. Sometimes it was an hour, sometimes it was 30. There was no direction, and we didn't know what was going to happen, and it wasn't a guarantee every week, but we all tuned in waiting for it, like, oh shit, they're going, or what. I remember, I think it was like a week or two before they did a TNT, or before they even called it, obviously, but Bill did, like, I think it was on Twitch, but he was making beats. And even
they were on Twitch at least once or twice, and I caught it because somebody said they were live. I was like, oh shit. And then after that, they always did it on YouTube after that. And I was going to say, with the FUNTIME guys doing their live for the 1 year, anniversary, you could tell that the boys, you know, the way Bill was in the background, just had them rolling the whole time. Like they couldn't even be professional enough to talk about their stories because they got Bill back there cracking them up. And I do believe, and this is just my thought, if I could be wrong, but it felt like that 4-hour stream of theirs could have been a real test of their mettle to see how good they got it now with all the time they took to get ready for what they were going to do. Now they might have done it like I don't know if they were at the same place because the setup did look different. They had better microphones and whatnot. But I'm just talking about the tech part of it, like setting it up, working it, running it the way they did. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, and it's a process and learning too, you know, like this didn't work. Or even you think about the Aximus live stream that went to 24 hours. I didn't make it all 24. I saw a good chunk of it, but like even that, like it showed them what they were capable of in holding out. It showed them what they could do with the auctions. It showed them what they could do with the interaction, you know, the even like when they jump out of nowhere and they start doing their fucking songs and stuff, just some of that might have gave them some different ideas. Hey, this worked, this didn't work, you know, oh, let's try this on the 24-hour because it's 24-hour stream and nobody's going to be too hypercritical of it. I mean, we were just happy to be giggling and laughing with them, dude.
And
I got one question for them boys. I got one question I hope we can get an answer to before Camp Zool happens, and that is, what's going to happen with the Evil Emporium? Will there eventually be a way to auction off really rare items like they were going to do, and like stage prop items and you know, stuff worn by the boys? And then also, are they going to still have a regular shop open around the time of camp now that, you know, they don't have, you know, the person that was running it before? I mean, I'm just curious on that, you know, just being a concerned Zool again, because I know people like taking the trip to Terrortown for the Evil Emporium.
I'm sure they got stuff lined up.
Well, that's my guess. I think, like, honestly, I think they should look back to how ICP used to do some auction shit, you know? I mean, it was pretty simple. Like a lot of the gatherings, I didn't check out a bunch of the auctions, but, you know, they set them up, they did the bids and all that. Like, I think that would be dope as hell. I really hope that they can school that and make it come true. It sounds like to me that the people in Terrortown are fucking all about it and they're just down for whatever. So hopefully
those people are super great, man. They're like the most friendly people you've ever met, you know. And the good thing about them is their people wear masks to do that year round. So us being weird, you know, they're like, I don't give a shit. That's what we do, you know what I mean?
I think they had more fun all year, the whole year being around us because we didn't think they were weird and we didn't treat them different. We were just like, whatever, you're just like one of us. So it was like we were all hanging out, getting along, and they just fit right in. And we were like playing along better than the stiffs and normal people that walk through there every day, like, oh, it's a tourist attraction. And they're like,
that's what,
we aren't into that shit.
That's what worries me. And Jesse, like you said, when you went, we lost your keys and they were in your car and it was unlocked and no one fucked with it. Then take it 10 years later, people will steal they would have stole your car and drove it down to the stage, you know?
Those, dude.
Now, so it's like I hope that camp doesn't get to that level where it's like so big that it sucks. Because the gathering sometimes sucks with like drug bridge. Like, who wants a drug bridge? You want to be known for that, you know? Like, yeah, because they were seriously selling everything, dude. Heroin, all that, you know?
That's terrible. Well, and we also, like you said, man, it's just, you don't want it to get too big. And I'm selfish, dude. I want the community to stay small enough that it's personal, it's intimate, you know, like that's the big draw to this, dude, is that like we're fucking part of this Zool machine, dude. Like, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but like we are fucking cogs in this Zool machine that keeps on growing, dude. Look at how much AXE has grown through this whole pandemic, dude. Right. There's no logical reason that they should have grown much as they did through all of this, through live streams,
Well,
dude.
that's what I was going
Through
to
live
say.
streams and
With that whole
but again,
24-hour stream, that's them proving they can be relevant for a whole 24 hours, and people will give a fuck to even care about them, to watch them do nothing. You know what I mean? We were playing Family Feud.
Hey, Peb says there was hookers at the fucking drug bridge.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
You tell him, don't hate on my business. Yeah, there was, though. There was a lot of bullshit at the gathering that was unneeded. And when it got so big, it made it kind of, it was uncomfortable, really.
There's people probably going there just to unload a lot of drugs and then make a bunch of money and leave.
No, but think about it. You go into the pit, you get people like flaking out, drugged out, dropping needles. Nowadays, you don't even want to mosh, you fall down, catch a fucking needle in the arm,
Oh. I didn't know it was that bad. Jesus
bro,
Christ.
It's bad. Dude, I seen a dude die straight up. He died in the porta potty, bro. We opened the door. He's in there like puking and shit. He's like, get off me. And who am I? He's a grown ass man. So I left.
Yeah.
And then they came back and they took his dead ass body out of there, man. Like, who wants that? At camp, you could legitimately take your kid to camp and they wouldn't be like, oh my God, here's some guy showing his asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude. And another thing, the cops were so cool with everybody just smoking and chilling and drinking because they were like, well, shit, at least you guys don't have we don't need to call an ambulance because you guys are all nodding off and shit.
Remember that dude told us that? Remember that?
The cops said that to us, remember? Yeah. They're like, at least you guys ain't nodding off. Like, what the fuck? What kind of people you expect to be here? They thought we'd all be doing a bunch of heroin and fucking falling out and shit, freaking out.
Yeah,
like, I didn't realize that there's places in Ohio that have like problems with the opioid epidemic, and it's a shame because I'm a recovering addict myself, 7 years clean, and anybody out there that has problems with that shit needs to go out and handle it. You can always just smoke a little bit of weed instead, and you'll be all right. Trust that. I mean, a lot of us has proven that. And you either survived it and got through it, or you went to prison, or you died from it. That's the only fucking 3 outcomes you could have.
Yeah, there ain't no getting out of that.
Yeah.
And only the strong survive.
Yeah, man.
So
that's
good on you, brother.
That's fucking amazing.
But I'm just saying, I just couldn't believe the cops would say something like that. Like, we ain't even worried about you guys smoking and drinking. Fuck, we can handle that. You get too drunk, you want to fight, I'll mace you. That's all they would have to do, and then it'd be over. It'd fight over, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, the same thing with, the smoking thing. That's the least of your problems, man. Like, stoners don't want to do anything. They don't want anything confrontational.
They want to make a bong and cook a cake.
Yeah.
Well, at Astro, me and Fake were kicking it right outside the door, and Matt Nips told us we couldn't blaze a blunt by the door. He's like, you guys got to go over there. I was like, how's Matt Nips gonna
He's like 20 feet or something.
Yeah, I was like, dude, we were on the other side of the door. He's like, you guys can't be standing right here. And I'm like, come on, Matt Nips, what are you saying, bro? Fucking Blaze's cousin. Did he tell me not to be burning one?
Yeah. Come with us, burn.
That's it. Come on, let's go.
Well, shit, Gibby Sights click, man. They were right by that side door. All the time smoking. Just chilling. Yeah. That's how I ran into him. I was like, well, I'm sure Gibby's over here. So I went by and got a picture with him before, the day was out because, that's the thing I wanted to do. I was like, I want to get a picture with all these artists I've been, checking out, listening to. And it's really cool that all of them were really nice to do it, Nobody really seemed like a real dick about it, except for one guy in particular. And he goes by the name of, no, not you. I was going to say, Whipstick wasn't very enthused with doing the whole picture thing. The last day when he gave me the too sweet, he was. But the first time I walked up to him, and like I said, I told him, I know you hate me. I know you hate me because you're better than me. And he's like, pretty much. and he was sitting there lighting up, and I was like being a rude ass and like intruding on him, and you could hear the real 8-leg say, "You guys are gonna break the fucking time continuum," or some shit like that, and made him break character and laugh. And I don't know, they might have all been fucking really stoned at that point, drinking who knows what the fuck. But I could tell right then and there he was like, God damn it. You know, he's probably thinking,
God damn it.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what he thought when he turned and saw me there. And was like, let's just get this shit over with.
Quicker.
I asked him. True story. I asked Whipstick when I ran into him if we could do the doink fucking scenario from WrestleMania when the two doinks went like this in the ring, and he told me, nah.
Well, I met Whip and I told him, I go, dude, you pull off this fucking heel thing well. And I even told 8 that too. I go, bro, he seems like a fucking prick, dude. And he goes, I know. He goes, that's what everybody says. I'm like, he fucking plays this shit well. I ended up kicking it with 8 legs for like probably 4 or 5 hours on that last day because everybody dipped out on Sunday. Besides,
that was
like,
actually me.
You guys drove back, and I ended up kicking it with Joe Christie and 8 legs for fucking 4 or 5 hours that day and just fucking giggling, dude. Gibby was doing fucking whippets and shit, dude, and everybody's just hanging out. But 8 was a real fucking, like, you could tell that a lot of his fucking performance is a big, like, performance because he's a real fucking, like, quiet, kind of down to earth, fucking, you know, laid back cat. Like, I was like, I even told him, I go, dude, I ain't trying to fucking, like, pigtail or, you know, coattail on you here. I just ain't got nobody around. Is it cool if I kick it? He's like, yeah, bro, fucking whatever. Let's go to the gas station, get something to drink and fucking hang out or whatever. So, like, he could have been a super dick to me because I'm some fucking rando, dude. Like, he don't know me.
Oh, shit.
Now
don't ever worry about backpacking off those guys, man, because they backpack off us year round. Remember, we were doing this thing when we were wrestling back in the 70s and 80s. And then they came along and was like, hey, can we use your guys' idea and rap?
1964, I met him.
Yeah. And then they were like, and we're like, okay, we're getting old. We're going to retire from the ring anyway. And we're going to sit here and do some podcasts now. And they were like, all right, well, as long as we don't cross paths. Well, now look what happened all those years later.
We found vampire, blood. We became vampires. Now we didn't die. Now we want our throne back.
That's really speculation. But the fact of the matter is, they're giving us the rub because we gave them the rub first.
That's right.
Facts.
Well, so there's some personal rub going on. That's what it's about.
One hand rubs the other, and Bootleg does most of the rubbing.
One front hugs the other.
So has anybody front? Like, I'm curious as to how against the front hug they are. Like, if you come in like big old bear hug and just grab them, what are they going to do? You know, like if me or Scotty.
Our son's the only one I've seen ever get away with it. He went up to him. He went up to him side stage during Fright Fest because the boys were there, and Whipstick was there in character, and he kind of walked up and said, "Hey, come down here. I want to tell you something." And he went down with his ear like this, and then he just grabbed him. And he said, and later on, Whip came up to me and was like, "Crafty little Funyun." You know, it's like, I had nothing to do with that. He just wanted to do it so he could say, I hugged Whipstick from the front. And I guess the guy is a sucker for kids because he's pretty nice to them, from what I understand. But that's also purely speculation.
That's right. He could
say
he might smack your kids and tell them to fuck off. But then again, he might be nice and, give them a toy gun. You never know.
Or DDTs.
Yeah, it's possible.
All right. Well, we've been on for like an hour and 20 minutes, Fake Legs. If anybody wants to do any shout outs, why don't we get those out the way? And by the way, all the people that tuned in for us have been in the chat. I have not been able to see them down here. I've been using a second phone, which is about to die. But I want you all to know we appreciate you coming in here, watching us be fucking idiots, because that's what we love to do best.
What are those fancy ass things on your fucking hands there?
These things I always tell you every week, they're bad touch gloves. You need to
Shit.
get your own. They're great for dirty Sanchez's because right after you do them and you get done smelling it, you can wash it instead of having it on your hands.
They're very
nice.
durable. Dawn dish soap will take great care of them.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I don't recommend drying them. They might shrink up a little bit. Unless you want some shrinkage, that's up to you. That's your call. You can also go to the Fun Time Gang page. But if you're going to order these gloves, make sure that you use the promo code Whipstick for 10% off because he's an ambassador.
And keep them moist.
Go to Walmart, get some goddamn socks, even if you already got a pair. So Bill sees that they're getting sold, so he don't jump on their shit.
Well,
He's always
let's not forget, anything on Zoolmart right now is all there is left of it at all. So once it sells out, it's gone. So you want that.
Well, until next week. They say they might have some fresh new items up next week.
No. They said, but whatever that is there now, that's it. Anything new may be new, but whatever there is now, that's the rest.
Yeah, I was sad. I was wanting to get one of those drip shirts. Not that I got the 8-bit color, but that fucking Halloween color one.
Oh, you mean like all the shirts that were up in the last few streams before they went down? I got you.
Probably schooling some new shit. It'd be my guess, dude. They probably got 8 working like a madman, fucking drawing up some new shit. You know, like
when do you guys think? When do you think the 3.0 is coming?
I don't know, dude. Honestly, I wonder. Like, and Rick shot
Why
it
would
down.
you go to 1.1 and go to 3.0?
Well,
why do that?
The 1.0 is
1.
just like an homage, I think, like a throwback.
Yeah.
Oh, because they did 1.1, or they did 1.0, 1.1, then 2.0, 2.1, then they do 3.0, 3. I got you.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
it makes sense then.
That Emporium of Evil had that big fucking huge mask that was like in the center, and it was giant. And somebody asked Rick if it was for sale, and he's like, "No." I was wondering if maybe that was a 3.0, but who knows, dude?
I asked him that. It looked like Earl Sinclair from Dinosaurs.
It did. Yeah, he had a big old fucking like square head, dude.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say the last shirt I got from Zoolmart was this one, the fucking Skeletor one. Bill looking like Skeletor.
That is dope.
Yeah, that's the last one I got.
I got this from Rick. Like, this was Lee's that I got. It was like a couple weeks in the alley. Rick
That's
was
original
like, hey.
Skinner shirt.
Yeah, that's why I bought it, because I was like, dude, that's a Skinner shirt, and it was Lee's. I got like 3 or 4 Lee's shirts. So I got that hoodie that Fake saw. I got a stained glass shirt that was Lee's, and it was huge. It was like a 4X or 5X, and I'm like a 2 or 3. So I cut it out and pasted the fucking stained glass head on the back of my hoodie because it looked dope as fuck. Do you know how many people have been like, well, and it's all covered in patches, but they're like, damn, dude, that's a dope ass hoodie. Like, did you buy it like that? I was like, no, dude, it had this one on the front, but I fucking put everything else on it, dude. I'm just trying to bedazzle the shit out of this thing, dude. He
bezooled it.
That's right. Well, and then I got one of those Necro 2 patches from Rick, just a patch. So I figured out how to sew one of those on, because I'm going to throw that on the back of my orange and black LLE hoodie, because it's going to look fire. I got the regular patch on the arm, so I just got to start working the sew machine. I'm worried about messing it up, so I'm not very crafty.
See, I've always done buttons because I could, like, move them around and shit, and it's easier to fuck with, and
yeah.
But then again, you get enough buttons on something, it's kind of weird. They, and somebody could pull one off of there and shit. But I don't know.
I went on Amazon and bought those metal clips on the back of the buttons, because fucking the boys all sell the ones with the rubbers, and they always come off, dude. So I bought a pack of like 40 of those clip ones, actually, because I got like 20 buttons on the backpack. I'm like, I'm gonna be losing these things, man.
It is dope for sure,
though. So, what you got to show us, Fake Legs? You got something you got to show us? Huh? You gonna pull it out? You gonna whip it out? The chat's been waiting all night for you to whip it out. Come on.
Boy, come on.
Show us how a blind man counts his change. Come on. Come on.
I don't know. He dipped out. He's like, whatever, fuck you guys.
He forgot because he's unprofessional.
That's a possibility. He's got quite the fucking Zool museum going on there.
I know. We could just do a whole episode of Gooblo's Museum.
Yeah.
Why not? We should do that. Why not? We should have like a couple different collectors on here of Zooligan shit.
Yeah.
Jay already was on, but we could do it. We could have like top-notch collectors all on one fucking episode to fucking just compare masks. That'd be fun. Yeah, that's an idea right there. We can have up to like 5 or 6 people in a stream, I guess. So that'd be awesome.
Wow,
I don't know where he went. Maybe he's got to go check his mailbox. He probably left it all the way out in the mailbox. But he's got something to show the people because we do have a contest coming. That's right. We're going to do some kind of post. Everybody's got to post in the chat. Just comment in the chat or comment in the comments of the post, and you'll win that one ticket because we'll pick somebody randomly out of it.
That's bad.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what we're going to do. It can't be more than one name, and we'll put them all like we'll fucking throw them in a fucking thing, and we'll do it legitly. We'll turn around and pick the name behind our back, and we'll fucking find out who's going to get that ticket. You could sell it. You can keep it. You could do a whole lot of cocaine with it.
You can roll a doobie with it.
And we're gonna do double it. If the first person can't go, they can get like a lame bootleg sticker pack, and the second person hopefully can go. If not, the first person gets the choice. They can just keep it, throw it away, or donate it. Regardless, someone's getting this, not us.
I didn't go to Weekend at Dirty's, but I got a ticket. And you know what I did? I waited till I met the Fun Time guys, and they signed that ticket. So there, you can do something like that. You can put macaroni art on it.
Yeah.
Look how neatly cut this is. It's like professional. See that?
Oh yeah, that's big time professional.
That came
on that shit.
I know if you got that from FuntimeGang.com, which is where you can get them. Whipstick had that in his underwear.
Some say it may be 100 hits of bladder.
Who knows? That's a well.
Be careful. Lick at your own risk. That's a beautiful ticket. Whipstick did a great job at making a beautiful ticket. I got to say, and he put together a hell of a lineup. We've got SON going to be there, Fams and the Hooligans. The boys were going to do it, but, we have a sick Joey, but that's okay. Our prayers go out to him. And Gibby Seitz, I believe, is on it, right? Donnie Menace?
Yeah, I think Donnie is. I don't know about Gibby. I hadn't heard that, but I think Donnie is.
I do believe Gibby was on that.
That's dope. Gibby's a cool cat, like, I won't front. The way he fucking kind of put his shit out on public and on everybody was kind of lame, but what are you going to do? When he was like, I want to thank no one for supporting my album. I'm like, dude, you're on.
Nobody on my record label for supporting me.
Like,
hey, but at the same time, I got to say, at least he had the balls to say it because the first album he put out, everybody posted it. Even the ROC, who isn't really online a lot, still managed to put out a post. Hey, Gibby Seitz put out an album today. And that was just an EP. Then he puts out his first full length and doesn't get a single artist put out anything. That's really fishy to me.
Yeah, I think
that's all I got to say.
Ball, dude. He was probably a 2-record deal. And after the first, they were probably like, dude, he's a cool cat, but this ain't jiving with, honestly, look at the M&E roster. Outside of Twisted, dude, nobody compares to Zool. And honestly, I think in some areas, Zool's more popular than Twisted. I mean, at Astro, I didn't even fucking watch Twisted, dude. There was nothing that Twisted could have done that would have blown my mind any more than Zool did. There's nothing.
Bro, I would say, yeah. Well, Boondocks and Blaze, I like them a lot. Yeah, I think Twisted's good. They've got a lot of learning to do to forgive and forget and be not so bitter about some things, I think, but in due time. But I still have faith in the underground, that everything will align one day, and I think the boys will have a big part in that. I think that they're the link that will eventually make everything whole and all good again. Did we miss any shout outs? Because I got to get this done. It's about that time, guys.
Shout out to all Allie, all Zillions there is, brother.
Oh, Allie, fucking Scotty, Carson, Drew, fucking Snuff, fucking. There's a whole litany. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. Fucking whoever watched.
Thanks for coming on, brother. All the second and Grant. Whoop whoop.
Hell yeah, represent.
Hey man, and I know it's rough, but you know, I wouldn't even really consider myself part of Second and Grant, but I did that dedication to Handsome Harry in the fucking Rumble because I felt like I was the last person he cut a promo on in our little promo page. Come get your promo cut. So I felt like, God damn it, I'm going to say something in honor of him because he was one of your guys' homies and a pillar in your community.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you, brother.
I'd be one to rip him this year.
Well, thank you.
Just for people.
It's no problem. We will get to that post, guys, about this ticket, and we will handle it professionally. We swear. You get a hold of Fake Legs once we announce the winner or show the video of the winner being drawn, and he will mail it to you. No problem. If you decide to keep it, that'll be your choice.
Yeah.
Just remember, it might have came from Whipstick's underwear. Don't show his address. That'll piss him off. That'll piss him off. Don't do it.
Does it say underwear of?
You fucker.
That was my address.
Yeah, fuck around. Get our fucking guys that are allowing us to have permission to do this pissed at us.
It's even numbered. It's either 201 or 10Z or 201. One of them.
Always remember, we're here. We're always going to be around. Every Thursday, we're going to try and do this no matter how late we are. It's a live thing, so remember, shit always goes wrong. It's bound to happen. But thanks for fucking pulling through with us. We love you, Zulu.
Thanks, brothers. I love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
Thank you, St. Bernard. It was a great time hanging out. This is what it's all about, just having the fucking fans on here to let everybody know how we feel. And we want the boys to know that we love that you're back. If you see this, we love that you're back. You're like what we strive for, to be as good as you one day at what we do.
Yeah.
And thank you for that. And yeah, that's about it. Always remember, we're here, and real heels will never turn. Peace out.
Peace.